It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it's Sunday, so it is Sketch Sunday. So this is where we revisit Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, her 30 days of sketches. And when I saw this sketch picked out by Moira, I was like, yes, because on last Sunday, Spiegel Mom Scraps in their Sunday Sparkler came out with this awesome cut file that is hexagons. And I was like, I want to use that. Now, that's kind of where I left this sketch. Like, I knew I wanted to use it, and then I didn't look at the sketch again, which is so not like me. I am definitely, when I am following a sketch, I want to follow a sketch. Like, I don't go too rogue. Like, sometimes I can like turn it or whatever, but I'm like, oh, there's a banner there. I really want to try and get the banner in. Sometimes I go a little rogue, but I have to admit this is like ultimate Crystal rogue from the sketch. Like, I looked at the sketch and then I created my layout and never looked at it again, which I know that's totally crazy, right? So I cut out the hexagons in a paper from Photoplay. And then I have this paper that is from A Case of the Blahs. And I roughed up the edges. I cut it down. And I used the piece that I had cut the cut file out to back it. So now I'm putting my cut file on. And I'm deciding that I'm going to fill a couple of the hexagons with some sequins. So I put it on and I'm just tracing the hexagons that I think that I want to fill. And then I draw little X's because I couldn't tell which ones that I had traced in. And I kind of put my photo there to kind of figure out what I was going to do. And now I am going to fill sequins. So I take my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and I do half the sequin at a time. And I like to put them for the most part down one at a time. There is something so soothing to me about picking up a sequin with my crystal katana and placing it in the glue. Like, I love it. Like, it really makes me happy. And it is like the perfect thing to do at like, I don't know, like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I know we haven't been on any scrappy retreats, or honestly, I really haven't even been on any scrappy weekends with Amber, which is so sad. But we stay up super late. And when it gets super late and I need something that's like, I don't want to say it's monotonous because it's almost mesmerizing. Like, I don't know. But yeah, when we were in California for one of the secret, not secret kit club, yeah, it gets to that like 2 in the morning and I'm like, yep, I'm going to stick sequins. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I love. So fast forward. Thank you, YouTube. You did not have to sit me. You didn't sit me. You didn't have to watch me put all of those down, even though I absolutely loved it. So I used the Lush Lime and the Lovey Dovey sequins, but I only pulled kind of that corally color out because it matches the background paper. And then I decided it needed another, so I did 3 of each, but then I felt like there were still several empty areas. So I took some of the pieces that had been cut, some of those hexagons, and grabbed some foam circles that I've had forever and just popped 3 of them up. So that's what I did. So that is going to basically be the foundation of my background. So now on to my pictures. These pictures are funny to me. I mean, maybe they're funny to you too. So During quarantine, when we learned that the kids wouldn't go back to school and we couldn't go to church, we were still getting some of our immediate friends together. So Lucas's cousin and his good friend came over and decided that they were going to cut each other's hair into mullets in my kitchen. So I called all the mothers, made sure I wasn't going to get in trouble, and let them have it. So since they didn't have any like drapes that you would get at like a hair salon, they decided to take some of my white kitchen trash bags and cut a hole for their arms and their head. So they literally wore white trash bags. Then they sat down and proceeded to let each of them cut their hair. So in the picture, the top is like before, front and side, and then the bottom is after front and side. So it was pretty funny. I mean, these poor kids, like, they need every little bit of fun that they can have, being that they're so cooped up. So I backed that with a few pattern papers from the Case of the Blas. And then, where is this layout? It's right over here somewhere, because I got to read what's in the middle. So I grabbed some of the puffy stickers as well as the ephemera from Case of the Blas. And so the puffy sticker that I put in the middle says, "Who I am when no one's watching," which I thought was funny. And then I add the house and the tag that says "Authentic You." I figured the house was perfect because they were doing it in my kitchen. And then I decide to embellish some of the other hexagons. So one says, "Flaws, mistakes, imperfections, life." Another one says, "Right here, right now." And another puffy says, "I've officially run out of excuses," which is exactly the truth, because he's been asking and asking for a mullet. And the excuse was, school, or, can't wear that to church, or like, I don't know. If there was one to have, we had it. And my sister-in-law and I, when we decided this night that this was going to happen, we actually decided that it maybe was a pretty good idea, because now there's no way they're going to get girlfriends. So then we don't have to worry about teenage girls in high school, because who wants a kid with a mullet, right? Yeah, well, it didn't work. But in our minds, we thought, well, that's a good reason. So I'm going to say my title for this one, you will see in just a minute, because it's a little bit different. At first, I thought it was going to be, "Oops, Chaos is my friend." But then I go off screen and I pull out some new thickers and I title it "Joe Dirt." So that is my layout. Make sure you head over and check out Moira and Amber's take on this sketch. I'm sure they followed it a lot better than I did, but I cannot tell you how much fun I had making this, and it just makes me smile to look at it. So there is my layout. We will see you next Sunday, so remember to wear your crown. Bye.